welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a super glam Christmas look. So by glam, I don't mean like a smoky eye or anything like that. I mean a very glittery, just sparkles galore Christmas look. I think this look is good for anything really. If you have a Christmas party, if you're literally going to an ugly Christmas sweater party, taking pictures for Christmas, or anything like that, it can be super cash or super glam. It'll work with any outfit really. Like I'm gonna wear it with a sweater, and yeah, it's pretty warm where I live, so this sweater has me dying. But I thought it'd be festive. So anyway, let's get started. I have my foundation, my concealer, my brows, and my bronzer done. So we can skip those steps and get to the fun parts. I do have my mirror here. So if I turn to the side, but I'm going to be trying to use this mirror and this kind of old palette I have so that you can really see what I'm doing. Okay. So, to start off, you should already have your eyes primed. I kind of just primed with my concealer, but if you have a specific primer you like to use, go ahead and use that. Now, I want to, this is going to be very glittery, and we're going to be putting 2 different types of glitter on top of our eyes. But as a little base, just because sometimes glitter can crease or move around, so you want to add a sparkly base over the glitter. So it's going to be a gold shade. Now, I would go with more of a lighter gold than, say, a true like gold. So basically, like if we look in this palette, instead of using this gold here, I'm going to actually use this lighter gold. This is the Disney Princess Designer Collection from ColourPop, and I'm just going to put this onto my lid. It doesn't have to be too pigmented, but I'm going to build it up to build the pigment so that, just like I said, in case the glitter does end up moving or creasing, you still have something there to kind of like cover that up, and so it doesn't look like you don't have anything on your eyes. So we'll do that on both sides, obviously. Now, prior to putting on the glitter, I would do my crease. So I'm going to take the Naughty palette from last year's Kylie Cosmetics Christmas collection, and there's like oh no, sorry, just kidding. I think I'm going to take the Nice palette actually. Let me see if I'm even thinking of these palettes. Yes, the Nice palette, and there's this like light brown transition shade, if you can see that. It's right here. I'm going to be taking that into my crease. Now this shade is called Santa Baby. And I'm going to take just like a little blending brush, something small. This is a Kylie brush for the Kylie shadows. Whoops, there's a little thread. And I'm going to take that into my crease. And just enough to get like a good pigment on there. And then what I like to do is drag it down a little bit to create kind of like a, I wouldn't say like a winged shape, but just to kind of meet with my lower lash line, and I'll show you why I'm doing that in just a second. But let me do the other side now. Christmas is my absolute favorite time of year, so I was so excited to, do you see I'm like already sweating from this sweater? Anyway, I was so excited to do a Christmas look. It's actually been almost a year since I've had my channel. Whoa, that went a little too low. It's almost been a year since I've had my channel. So my first video, and now what I'm going to do is drag this down to my lower lash line, but kind of low, and I'll show you why I'm doing that later on. My first video was a video of my baby cousin, who at the time was not even a year old, and now she's almost a year and a half, and she's playing with her toes, and that was the first video I ever posted. I just thought it would be funny, and yeah, and then I had a YouTube channel. I know I look a little sickly right now, but you'll see why I'm actually covering like the whole outer part of the eye like this later on. Anyway, so that was the video I uploaded, and then I kind of didn't really do anything with my channel again until maybe, I think it was actually the day after my birthday or something like that. It was in June, And that's when Ana Marcela did the Bestie Picks My Outfit challenge. And that was like my next video, and then after that's when I continued to upload videos. But yeah, as far as my channel existing and uploading one video, it's almost been a year. Actually, I don't know why I put that brush away, because I'm going to take kind of a little bit of a deeper brown shade now. From this particular palette, it's the shade Hot Cider, but you can take any kind of deeper brown shade you have. We don't want to deepen the crease too much, because like I said, we're not going for a smoky eye. We're going for more of just a really glittery eye. And I know you're not getting those vibes yet, but I promise you will. And make sure you do bring everything down kind of low on your lower lash line. I know when you're first starting, and especially when you don't have much on your lid, it'll look a little crazy, but trust me, there's a reason for that, and you'll see a little bit later. So just make sure you drag it down. And I don't like a lot of pigment when I'm using a brown shadow, especially a deep brown shadow. So I like to just tap onto my hand like that, and just kind of like blow on the brush. So there we go. And it's okay if your crease is not super perfect, if you're not a makeup artist or anything like that. Just do the best you can do, and there'll be ways to clean that up later on, which I'll show you. So we can put this palette aside for the time being, and we are going to start adding our glitter. So this is the Tis the Season to Sparkle Loose Glitter and Glitter Primer set from Too Faced. I got this last year. I'm not sure if this particular set is still on sale, but I know they always have their glitter primer available, or glitter glue, whatever you call it. Here it says primer, but it's more of a glitter glue. And they always have their glitter on sale as well, maybe not in the set, but individually. So we're going to take a dab of that on our fingers, and a little goes a long way with this stuff. So we're going to pat that all over our eyelid and make sure it's like tacky. That's the goal, for it to get kind of tacky, because that'll ensure that the glitter really does stick. And make sure you get it evenly distributed everywhere, but if you miss a spot, there's no big deal, because we're going to be doing something else there a little bit later. I'm taking the gold glitter. This is in the shade Tinsel, and it's just a gorgeous, like, true gold glitter. And I'm going to tap that all over the eyelid. Just tap it over all the eyelid. There might be some fallout, but it's okay. You'll just brush it off later. Luckily, this isn't the kind of glitter that's going to stay everywhere for centuries. It's the kind of glitter that will just rub right off. So there we go. That's how that looks. Let me get a little closer so you can actually see how the glitter is. Now, it is a little creasy. That's just because this glitter does need something to stick to, and if the glue isn't like all over evenly distributed, it'll crease a little bit or it'll miss some spots. But don't worry about that. I will ensure that the glitter is everywhere in a little bit, or that at least your whole eyelid has some glitter. So what we're going to do next is you can grab any fluffy brush. Let me look for one. I have this one that I use for my powder. And you can just rub that glitter right off, all the excess. Don't wait too long, because then it might be a little harder to get it off, and you don't want that to happen. So we're done with this glitter, and hopefully your crease still looks good where you put that shadow, but if you need to go back in and just kind of blend a little bit, you can do that. I'm not going to do that. Mine still looks just, well, actually I'm going to do a little bit, but it looks pretty good. It doesn't look like it messed up in any way. So the next step of what we're going to do is we're going to take the Glitterly Obsessed from ColourPop, and we're going to take the shade Outside the Lines. Now, if you're someone who doesn't want glitter on your fingers, you can definitely grab a brush. Last time you used this, I did use a brush. I used a flat kind of brush that I just kind of put the glitter on with. But today I'm going to be using my fingers. And also, there's another Glitterly Obsessed from ColourPop, same collection, this year's holiday collection, and it's more of a yellow gold. It's totally your choice what color you want to use. But I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to dab that just right over the glitter we already placed on there from Too Faced. And I I think it'll just add an extra pop. It'll add more dramatic chunks of glitter to your eye. And I just really like the appearance it gives. It also just makes the glitter a little bit more visible. So compare this eye to this eye has just a little bit extra pop. And don't worry, we'll clean up the crease in a little bit because I know some of the glitter kind of gets into the crease. So definitely I think this eye looks a lot better, just more chunky glitter and just more of a pop. And if you have any extra on that finger, you can use that one, or just take your other hand closest to your eye and add some more. And this glitter is super easy to work with. Careful, this glitter is not the kind of glitter that you can just rub off. This is the kind of glitter that you'll find around your face forever and ever. So just a disclaimer with that. Let me try to rub this off on my hands so it's not getting like everywhere. So that looks super, super cute. Give it a little second to dry. You don't want to like go back in your crease and have the glitter moving around. So kind of fan yourself, whatever you need to do. Once you feel that glitter is kind of dry, go back into your crease and just, this will kind of wipe away the glitter from your actual crease, and you can just add a little bit more of that brown shadow if necessary. I didn't find it necessary. It was kind of still on my brush, so that was fine. That happened. Okay, so the next step, personally for me, whenever I think of Christmas, I think of red and green and either gold or silver. This time I'm doing gold. But I wanted to incorporate, obviously on the lips, we're going to put some red. But I wanted to incorporate some green as well. I think it's a gorgeous Christmas color. And I think it will just really tie in this Christmas look. Maybe it'll match my sweater. So I'm taking this shade Emerald from the Kylie Cosmetics Naughty Palette from last year's holiday collection. Of course, this collection is no longer on sale, but you can get any type of like deep green shade. I don't recommend like a bright green because it just won't look good. So any deep green shade will work. This shade is called Emerald. I'm going to take this is a Kylie brush as well. This is a very tapered brush. I do have one from Elf as well that's quite similar, but the difference between these two is that this one is quite fluffy, and it's a little hard because it kind of blends out the shadow, which we're kind of trying to pack it on for this. So we're going to take it onto the lower lash line. You can drag it a little, but just try not to like blend it, you know. You want to keep the pigmentation there. Okay. So this went a little too low. The shadow just went everywhere. It was like the brush and the shadow, which is fine. Grab your Q-tip and just fix it up. You can definitely, this shadow is easy to work with, and yeah, it's super simple to just go in there and clean it up, and that looks much better. So go to the other side, and you can do the same exact thing. You can be a little messy with it if you see how it kind of just was super messy, because your Q-tip will clean everything up. You don't have to be super precise. It's a little bit fun when you get to be messy with your makeup. As long as you know you can fix it, there's no big deal about being a little messy with it. So yeah, that's pretty even. Now the next step is going to be to take some eyeliner and just doing a line on the top of your lash line. You don't have to do your bottom at all. Oh, and by the way, the reason for that brown shadow that was pretty low under is because it ties the crease to the bottom. You don't want like dark and like brown, so that's why we did that earlier. You can do a wing. Personally, I don't like to do a wing on my eyeliner. I feel like it doesn't work with my eye shape, but that's totally up to you. I'm going to do my wing off camera, and I'll be. So I just added my eyeliner. I know I said wing, but I meant eyeliner because I don't do wings. And my mascara over top of that. And yeah, the next step is going to be our inner corners, because we don't want to have a woo, crazy glittery eyelid without some pretty glittery inner corners. So I'm going to take kind of this like angled brush it's just from Mary Kay, but you could take any angled brush, as well as I'm going to take, today in my advent calendar, I got this little pink eyeshadow that I kind of have to use as part of the challenge. So I am going to stick that into my inner corner, and it's quite sparkly, so I really do like it. It even looks like it could be used as a highlight. So that's what I'm going to put in my inner corner. However, I don't recommend like doing that if you don't have to. So nothing pink, but I'll show you what I'm going to put over top of it in a minute. I do want to kind of, it's a good base for what we're going to actually put in our inner corner. It's just not the shadow I would use for this look. And you can barely see it. It's not super pigmented, so it's okay. But what I am going to actually put in my inner corner is I have these Stila glitters. And let me see what shade I want to take. I'm going to take kind of this gold shade here. I'll see if it has a name in a second. It is Smoky Storm. It's a little bit of a darker kind of gold, but the glitter in the inner corner will open up our eyes. OMG, guys. The applicator's broken. What on earth? Okay. I'll have to contact Sephora about that. So I guess instead I'm going to be taking the shade Painted Lady. And it's kind of a rosy, goldy color. And I'm just going to put this into my inner corner. This does burn if you get it in your eye, just FYI. So try your best not to do that. Okay, I like how this color looks. I would have preferred like a deeper gold, but clearly my applicator was broken. So what's up with that, Sephora? Okay. So just until you have a good amount of glitter, I know it's hard to see on camera, but it is pretty glittery. And let that dry. And of course, we can't have glitter on our eyes without having a really great highlight. But before we highlight, let's add some blush. And I've been using this blush from my advent calendar, Lollipop Hop. I'm just so in love with this blush. It's quite a like bright, intimidating color, but I like it. And it's easy to work with. So go ahead and add your blush in. I kind of look like a clown or like somebody from Whoville, if you've seen The Grinch. I haven't even seen it yet. But what I always do is I take my my powder brush, and I blend out all of my blush, and that makes it look a lot better. And I know for some reason the camera always picks up this blush as a lot brighter than it is. Obviously there is color on my face, but it's not like super clown-like, like what you might think it is on camera. It's just that, I don't know, the camera really picks up this color, but in person it's a little bit more muted. Okay, so now that we've got blush, actually before we highlight, I forgot, I have another glitter eyeliner. Yeah, we're going to add even more glitter to our eyes. This has like some green and red in it. It's super pretty. Ever since I started wearing it, it's reminded me of Christmas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this over top of that green that we have. And I probably should have done this before I put mascara on my lower lashes, but I kind of forgot, but I still want to do this just because it like literally just is gorgeous. It's so hard to see on camera, but it is from Kiko Milano and it is in the shade, I don't know. But they have like two glitter eyeliners. So this is one of them. And this one has like reflex of red and green and gold in it. So it looks super pretty for Christmas. Obviously, I love glitter, so I wear this all year round. But specifically, the colors in it just really remind me of Christmas. And adding glitter to the lower lash line, even though on camera you can't quite see it, it really does tie together the look because you've got like glitter all over the eyes. So it's like glitter all around and it ties everything together perfectly. So even though you can't quite see it, I mean, I guess in certain ways I turn you can, but it's gorgeous. Anyway, there's that step. Now we're going to highlight for real this time. I'm going to take my fan brush and I'm going to take the highlight from this year's ColourPop holiday collection in the shade Counting Sheep. It's such a gorgeous highlight, at least for my skin tone it is. I think there's several different ones in the collection, so definitely you can choose whichever is more suited for your skin tone. But personally, if you're really pale, like me, then you might like Counting Sheep. And the camera's having such a hard time picking up like glitter today or shine, sparkle, anything like that, which is really hard when you're doing a glitter tutorial, sparkly tutorial. But yeah, this color is so pigmented, gorgeous. I love it. And if you want to really be the sparkly Christmas ornament that you are, make sure you take it over your nose as well until you have the desired glow. I like a lot of glow on my nose. I'm like Rudolph the glowed nose reindeer. That was lame, but you know what I mean. I feel like you can't even see the amount of glow that there is on camera, but there is glow for sure. You can take a little here too. And then actually, a step I completely forgot when I was doing blush, because for some reason I just forget everything when I'm on camera. You want to take your blush, and I like to put it a little bit on my nose. Definitely do that before highlight, but if I need to go back in and put more highlight, I'll do that. But it gives you just such a like pinky like look, and then I like to put a little bit on my chin as well. It ties in the rest of the blush. It gives my face more color because I'm very pale, and it gives you like this wintry kind of look and vibe that I love so much. So the very last thing left to do is to put on some lipstick. So personally, the color I would put on is Russian Red from MAC. However, I cannot find that color anywhere. I don't know what I did with it, where it is. I searched my makeup bag, my makeup counter, my room, my purse, everywhere. Don't know where it's at. Eventually it'll turn up, but today I don't have it. So another option would be this year's ColourPop Holiday Collection Skywalking Lippy Stick. But to stick with what I kind of wanted, which was my MAC Russian Red lipstick, I'll be using MAC Ruby Woo, which personally, I know a lot of people really love this color. I'm not saying I don't. I just really prefer Russian Red, but that's just me. Also, my Ruby Woo lipstick came like extremely like dry and like hard to work with, something I've never experienced from MAC. I got this last year for Christmas. I love the color, so I still try to use it, but yeah, it's really hard to work with. Definitely, I feel like this particular one was messed up. I don't think it's the color. So let me just put this on my lips and I'll be right back. Okay, so that was like incredibly hard to apply because of how dry it is, which I've experienced that before, but I look a little more like Miranda Sings than Cheryl Blossom today because you could see at the top where I kind of messed up, but whatever, we're just going to go with it, okay? You'll do better than I am doing. If you can use Russian Red, please use Russian Red. Actually, no hate to Ruby Woo. Probably yours is better than mine. And then over top, for that extra glam, that extra sparkle, to close everything off, I'm going to be adding, from last year's holiday collection from Kylie Cosmetics, Juniper Gloss over it. You can add any kind of red, metallic gloss, or you can leave it just as is with your bright red lips. Yeah, this is really pretty. Okay. Wow, the gloss just made me mess up even more. Hold on, I'll clean this up. Use your Q-tips, they're your best friends. Okay, the lips are better, but I need a little bit of foundation. Let me clean this up and I'll be back. Wow, I've never had so much trouble when it comes to my lipstick before, but this is the final look. Super glittery, super crazy holiday look. You got your bright red lips, you got your green, your gold, all your glitter everywhere, from your highlight shine and shimmer to your glitter all over your eyelids. You're gonna be the most festive, glittery person at any holiday party, holiday event, or anything you're doing. So yeah, if you like this look, make sure to give the video a thumbs up and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I post a video. Don't forget to subscribe, and it is winter videos on my channel, so every day in December you'll be getting a new video, so make sure you watch out for those, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.